in the morning light, I see your face.
The mansion was silent at night, echoing only the soft footsteps of the girl no one noticed except him. Yuna, the quiet maid, the one with soft eyes, gentle hands, and a smile that could disarm an army. But to him, Kim Taeyong, the cold, weird mark-making, he was the only one in a world of fire and blood. No one knew, no one saw it. But behind those guarded stairs, he was utterly obsessed with her. Every night after the world slept, he would summon her, not to serve, but to be near. He never touched her in front of others, but when the doors closed, his fingers would brush against her jaw, his voice deep and dangerous as he whispered, "You have no idea what you do to me, little dove. You have cleaned my house, but you have ruined my soul." He would not touch her without consent, but the way he looked at her like a starving man made her breathe gag. She was just a maid, he was a king. But every time he said mine, she melted. Not everyone was blind. Gay stepmom lost Yuna, called her names, abused her with words dipped in venom. You think he loves you? You are a toy, a girl in a uniform. When he is done, he will crush you. Yuna never responded. She just cried in the dark when no one could hear. But he heard it. Her silence was louder than screams to him. He had to leave for a mission very important to him, just 2 days. Before going, he held her in the library, where no eyes could spy. "Wait for me, dove. Don't let the dark touch you. You belong to me." Then he kissed her lips gently and hugged her tightly before going to leave, kissed her forehead with full love. She hugged him back, but inside she was scared. She can feel what had happened to her when he is not around. This time he leaves for 2 days. He also don't want to leave her alone, but it's important to go on the mission. But the second he was gone, the stepmother attacked. She abused her, and no one dared to say a single word in front of her. She tore Yuna like a storm, calling her filth, accusing her of seducing her stepson, and finally throwing her out. No clothes, no goodbye, no warning, just silence. Midway through the mission, his phone buzzed. One message: "Ma'am, Yuna is gone. Your mom threw her out." The car swerved, the mission ended, and rage, true rage, bloomed in his chest. He drove all night to find her. When he found her sitting on roadside, soaked in rain, crying silently, he did not speak. He just stepped out of the car, lifted her up like she weighed nothing, and whispered, "Never again, never ever again." He made her sit on his lap and sat at the back seat while signaling his one man to drive the car to his private penthouse. She curled on his lap, scared as hell. He made her comfortable on his lap, then pulled a blanket from the trunk and covered her wet body on his lap. "I am here, little dove. No one dare to do this again with you. I'll let the world burn for you." He then pressed a kiss on her forehead. She looked up at him with tears in her eyes. "Kiss me, Dave." His heart ached seeing her teary eyes. Without no longer wait, he pulled her close and kissed her with all the love he held for her. She pulled him more closer, putting hand on his neck and deepening the kiss like they craved for each other for too long. He covered both of them with blanket without breaking the kiss. His penthouse is almost 1.5 hours away. She shivered because her dress is fully wet. He ripped her dress and folded her more close, correcting the blanket, made sure that nothing is to be seen. Also, he is a mafia king. No one dares to look at what belongs to him. Troll himself hardly with her little dove on his lap, who wear nothing, just a blanket. He kissed her, this time more hungrily, while hands roaming around her body. One hand making his way between her legs, making her weak under his touch, and he started to finger her slowly. She gasped, feeling himself needy. He started to move his fingers more fastly and roughly. She closed her eyes and enjoyed what he did to her. After some time, he stopped because she was tired now. "I love you, my little dove." They reached the penthouse and he carried her carefully, entered his house with her covered in blanket. He did not speak when they entered his penthouse. He simply carried her to the bathroom. The moment the door shut, he turned on the warm water, letting steam fill the air. Then slowly he turned to her. His voice was low, full of unspoken hunger. "You have been hurt today. Let me love you where it hurts most. Let me wash away every lie she ever told you." She looked up at him, trembling, not from fear, but from desire, from knowing she was finally his. His hands were gentle at first, unwrapping her blanket, letting it fall to the marble floor. His eyes devoured her bare skin, but his touch was reverent, like worship. He didn't rush. He ran his fingers across her arms, her shoulders, the curve of her waist, memorizing her like she was made of gold. Then, without breaking eye contact, he removed his shirt, his body, powerful and inked with symbol of his empire, hovered over her like a promise. When he stepped under the warm water with her, chest to chest, skin to skin, she gasped softly, her fingers gripping his shoulders. "You are still shivering, dove," he whispered, leaning in until his lips brushed her ear. "Let me warm you the only way I know how." And then he kissed her slowly, deeply, mouth on mouth, breath on breath, a kiss that claimed her soul. His hands slid lower, cupping the small of her back, pulling her flush against him. She could feel all of him, hard, ready, restrained, yet still gentle. "I'll go slow," he murmured against her lips, "unless you beg me not to." "Tay," she whimpered his name, eyes full of trust and need. Water dripped down their bodies as he lifted her slightly, pressing her back to the warm tiles. He then locked her both hands with his one hand, while other on her waist pulled her more closer and kissed her. Their mouths danced between kisses and quiet moans. His lips explored her throat, her shoulder, every soft part that made her scream. Then, with a hand trailing down between them, he guided them together, finally, fully, deeply. She gasped when he entered him in her and she started to free her hands. He knows that now she wanted to touch him too. He freed her hand and she immediately pulled him more closer to her. Both moved slowly at start but fastly after some time, enjoying each other's touch. Move fast, stay. As you say, my love. He moved faster this time, more deep. Both spent 2 hours in the bathroom enjoying shower sex. Her nails scratched his back, his mouth never left her skin. They moved as one, like a silent, sacred dance in the water. She cried out as waves built inside her, and he groaned in her ear. You are mine, say it while I am inside you. I am yours, Theo, only yours, she moaned. His rhythm grew desperate, intense, as they broke together, water cascading over their trembling bodies. Later, both wrapped in warm sheets, her head on his chest, their fingers interlaced. He kissed her forehead and whispered, I did not just take you in the shower, I took your pain, your past, your fear, and now all belong to me. She looked up, tears in her eyes, not from pain, but from the love that finally found a home. And I give you all of me, Theo, not just tonight, always. With that, both fall asleep in each other's embrace. Next day, he woke up and mesmerizing beauty of his little dove. He pecked her forehead and then pecked her lips. She woke up, looked at him, hugged him, and hid her face in his chest, being shy. He laughed a little, looking at his shy dove, hugged her back. Today, everything changed, little dove. Today, I am making sure nothing will ever hurt you again. Later, the grand hall of mansion stood silent as a storm built behind its door. King Leon entered like fire with Kina, wearing a black suit, expressed in fury, with his little dove holding onto his arm, no longer a maid, no longer hidden. Every servant stared. The air burst with fear. Then came his stepmother, wrapped in expensive silk, her smile tight, fake. She saw Yuna beside him and immediately exploded. What is the meaning of this? You bring this servant back after I did what you were too blind to do. Yuna flinched, but the young's hand tightened around her, grounding her. He walked forward slowly, calmly, took a wing. Say it again, he said coldly, stepping closer. Look her in the eye and insult her again. I dare you. She is manipulating you, Theo. She is just a maid. She is mine, he roared, voice echoing like thunder. walls trembled, servants roared. Una gasped softly as his arm wrapped protectively around her waist. You humiliated her. You threw her out into the cold while I was gone. You disrespected me, and for that you will pay. The stepmother's eyes widened. She tried to laugh it off. Taeyong, sweetheart, listen. I only wanted to protect you. You cannot fall for these low-class girls. What will the families say? I don't care about the families. I care about her. He turned to the guards at the door. She has 5 minutes. Get her out. Touch her closet, her jewelry, her car. I don't care. I never want her to breathe in this house again. You cannot do this to me, she screamed, clinging to his arm. But he pushed her away, his voice colder than death. You did it to yourself. As the guards approached, she began to scream. I raised you, I gave you everything, and now you throw me out for some maid. She is not your equal. Yuna stepped back, fear flickering in her eyes, but Taeyong reached for her, pulling her onto his chest, his hand sliding up her back, his voice calm as ice. She is not my equal, she is my world, now Mafia Queen, and from today onward she sits beside my throne. The stepmother was dragged out, still crying, still cursing, but no one listened anymore. And when the mansion doors closed behind her, Taeyong looked down at his little dove and whispered, You are safe now, no more hiding, no more pain, now everyone knows you are mine. You are not a maid, you were never one. You are my queen. Say yes, and I will make the world kneel for you. From his coat pocket, he pulled a diamond ring, not flashy but beautiful. Say yes, Dove, not just to me. Say yes to your throne. Tears fall down her cheeks. She whispered, Yes. And the word finally felt right. He pecked her forehead and hugged her.
Symphony that I can't